Good evening. I'm getting on here rather late. I just got home, so I did want to jump on here because I promised my assistant that I would get on here and explain this to everyone because people are asking a lot of questions about the 2202 form. This is very critical for your SBA increase approval as well as your Good evening. There is a lot of information that I need to give you, but I want to give it to people in small doses so that you're not overwhelmed with the information that I am going to be providing to you this week because this is a very critical week. A lot of people are applying for not only their reconsiderations, but their increases. And a lot of people are doing this for the very first time. So if you know any business owners, please like and share this video so that I can come up in their news feed. You don't know whose business that you could be saving. Also, if you are a sole proprietor, you can apply for EIDL. That's the economic injury disaster loan. You can apply under your social security number. You do not have to have an LLC. You do not need a quote unquote business front. If you get paid through a 1099, you are an independent contractor. You are a sole proprietor and you could be eligible for EIDL. Depending on what your wages are, then you could qualify. They're giving up to $2 million, which is 24 months of working capital. They're given 24 months of working capital. So that means that they're going to give you 2 years worth of income for your business. They are giving you this money if you are a nonprofit at 2.75%. If you a for-profit business, the interest rate is 3.75. People who got the loan last year got a deferment for 24 months. The people that take it this year get an 18-month deferment. That means you don't make any payments for the first 18 months. This is going to be the easiest business loan that you can ever obtain in life. They're not asking you for a business plan. They're not asking you for a massive, when you go to the bank to get a business loan, they are going to ask you for everything except for your DNA. This is going to be the easiest business loan that you ever get in your life, and no collateral is required for the first 500,000. So that means that they're not making you give up a building. They're not making you give up your cars. Are they going to have that information? Yes. So this, the stuff that they're asking you for is not very extensive. Do it. It's not that complicated, but I did want to jump on here and explain the 2202 form. People are making this seem like this is a major undertaking. is really not that hard to fill out, and I'm going to go through it with you right now, and I'm going to share it on my screen. This form, it is very easy. It's on the SBA's website. Not only is it on the SBA's website, I've also put the link of it to this form on this video. So if you're on Facebook or IG, I mean not IG, but YouTube, you can get the link to this schedule of liabilities. Do not make this harder than what it really is. I promise you, this is not hard to fill out. I'm going to show you how to fill it out right now. Do it and get your increase. Do what your loan officer tells you. Don't wait till the money runs out. This loan goes away in December. It's no guarantee that they're going to extend it. It doesn't, and millions of people are applying, both small businesses, large businesses, sole proprietors. They got millions and millions of applications. So you don't want to get stuck and miss out like a lot of you did for PPP, listening to people who know nothing about nothing. So here, you're going to put the applicant's name. If you did your EID application under your business name, then your business name will go here. If you're a sole proprietor and you're doing it under your Social Security number, then your personal name will go there. Date of the schedule, that means the date that you are filling this schedule out. I'm going to do the easy parts first. You're going to sign it. Your title is going to be either owner, member, managing member, whatever you call yourself. So you're going to sign it, and depending on what your title is in your business, you're just going to type it here. You can put owner, managing member, whatever. So those are the two, and it's a one-pager unless you got a lot of debt, but most people are only going to use this one-pager. This is for notes, mortgages, and accounts payable. That means if you got revolving credit, such as credit cards, if you got installment credit, maybe you got vehicles, trucks, if you own a trucking business. And your mortgage, of course, if your office is located in a building that you own and you're paying on it, this is what you're going to put on this form. If you are a sole proprietor, I would highly suggest that you go to your credit report to get some of this information, because if you go on your credit report and get some of this information, it'll make this so much easier to fill out. So I'm going to tell you, sorry, I didn't even realize that the form is not showing on here. Sorry. So I'm going to go back. Let's see. It opened up in a new window. Do bear with me here. Sorry. I'm going to share my screen again for the correct tab. And remember, the link to that tab is in the video. In the description of this video. Like and share this video with people that may be business owners, sole proprietors. You do not have to have a LLC. I can't stress that enough. You can be not a W-2, but a 1099 working for somebody else as an independent contractor. Now, I think that it is the correct one. I'm going to go over this again just because I had the wrong thing up on the screen. Again, the applicant's name, if you are applying for the loan through your Social Security number, then you're going to put your personal name right there. If you're doing it through your LLC or your business, then your business name will go there. Date of schedule, that is the date that you are filling it out. If you fill it out today, that's the date that you're going to put on there. I'm going to scroll to the bottom so that way you can see the easy parts to fill out. You're going to sign it. If you are the owner, managing member, you're going to type that in the title right there. You can use another form, but I highly suggest that you use this form just so that your loan officer doesn't get confused and they are familiar with the forms that you're using for your schedule of liabilities. Now, here is where you're going to list out notes, mortgages, accounts payable. That means that things that you are actually paying on right now for your business. The things that you're actually paying on for right now for your business. So if you have a Capital One credit card, you're going to put Capital One right there. That's the person that you pay. That's the name of the creditor. The original amount, you can put, if it's a credit card, I would just put whatever your credit limit is there. The date that you got the credit card, like I said, if you are a sole proprietor, you want to look, and you can look on your credit, you can look on your credit report to see when that account was open. You can just put the month and year. You don't have to put the exact date. The current balance, that means what you're currently carrying on that card. Is it current or is it delinquent? That means, are you past due on it? The maturity date, then that means that if you paid a minimum payment, when will this credit card be paid off? The payment amount, you can put the payment amount is the amount that you pay, which could be the minimum payment amount. If they only require you to pay $25, I will put $25 in there. Now, how secure? Most credit cards are unsecured. So you're going to put that it's unsecured because it does not have any collateral tied to it. If it's a credit card, you usually don't have any thing secured to it. So it's not secured. You're going to put all your credit cards that pertains to the business that you use for the business there, list them out. The next thing I would do is do my installment credits. Installment credits are things that you pay down, but you can't use back up. So a car payment, once you make a car payment, even though your balance is going down, you can't use it back up. You have to get a new loan. So your installment debt should go next after your revolving debt. Your revolving debts are your credit cards that can be used again and again after you pay them down. Remember that the new rules on this with the loan says that you can use these to help you refinance. And remember, the interest rate is 3.75. So if you got a Capital One card that's at 9.9%, then yes, you could use these funds to refinance it. Now you're only paying 3.75 rather than the 9.9% interest rate. So you want to be totally transparent when you filling out this form. That means you want to be totally honest. If you're delinquent, say you're delinquent. They're going to find out. They're going to check your credit. If you're using an EIN number, they can get your background information. So don't think that you're hiding it from them by not being honest. Be as honest as possible because, like I said, they're checking your credit. They're going to see that you owe Capital One, how much you owe Capital One. Put it on here, make it easier. Then the next thing is if you own a truck or, you use a vehicle for your business, then on the next one, then you would put your installment credit. If you pay BMW, the original amount was $50,000. You got it 2 years ago, then you put in 2019. Put the month. Even if you don't know the day, put the month at least. I'm going to just put July 2019. The current balance, I owe $35,000 on the car. Is it current or delinquent? I'm going to put current if I'm current. The maturity date, that means that if you got it financed for XYZ years, then you want to do that. And then on here, when it may jump over and change the format. If it does, you can just change that to 01 for the first day of that month if it keeps jumping over and you don't really know what day. But I would make sure the month and the year was correct. And then what your maturity date is, if you got it financed for 6 years, then it would be paid off in 2025. Put that on there. The amount of the payment. How is it considered? How is it secured? Car, because that is securing that loan. The car, the vehicle, well, however you want to describe it, you can put it there. So you're gonna put your installment credits, your revolving credits, and then if you got a mortgage on your building and you paying Wells Fargo, put it there. Put how much your original loan amount was for, the original date, what the current balance is. If you're delinquent or current on it, I will put that there. The maturity date is the date that it will be paid off. The next one is your payment amount. How much is the payment? Then is secured. The property at 551 Great Falls Highway. That is how it's secured, property. And just list them all out. Do you have to put any other things? No. But I would suggest you use this form because it's their form. Their loan officers are familiar with this form. So I would highly suggest that you fill out their form. Don't try to go over there and do something else of your own. This is not a major undertaking. I'm going to go over some more of those forms that they're asking you for. You should be able to Google these forms. If you put SBA, Schedule of Liabilities, if they tell you that you need a ROD form, email your loan officer and ask them for a ROD form. If you can't get them to answer, do SBA ROD form. They're going to pop up. These forms are going to pop up. So don't feel like you got to go out here and find them. You can just Google them, or you can go. A lot of the forms are on the SBA.gov website. This is for your increase. They got time to process these. They're going to be looking at your 4506Ts. I'm going to go over more stuff this week, but I don't want to have one video that just is long and drawn out. I want to put it in segments. So we're going to go over some more forms that you're going to need to fill out. They're really not that hard. Remember, this is the easiest business loan that you will ever be able to apply for in your life. Take advantage of it. You can get up to $2 million, 24 months, which is 2 years of working capital. That means they're going to take your gross income minus your cost of goods and multiply it by 2, as long as you can show the capability of repayment. And you can refinance some of these bills, pay these bills off, take their lower interest rate, which is going to help you get your head more than above water. Also, because they're deferring the payment so far out, you can work to flip that money to make you more money. And then by the end of your deferment, before your first payment is even due, you can pay it off. There's no prepayment penalty on this loan. This 3.75, people are paying $70 a month once their payments start. Remember, because you got the deferment period, people not making payments on these loans. $70 a month for $10,000 with no collateral. How could you go wrong? For $150,000, they're charging $700 a month. $700 a month for $150,000. You can't even buy a house hardly for $700 a month house payment. So I'm highly suggesting that if you are a sole proprietor, that means using your social security number. If you are a business owner, take out this loan. We don't know what this Delta, Mu, Lambda strains are going to do. You don't know if you're going to get shut down. It's better to have the money than not to have it and need it. I would rather have the money and not need it than to wish and regret not taking the money. Like I said, this is going to be the easiest business loan you're ever going to apply for. Do what they're telling you to, and make sure you get it done as soon as possible, because the funding can run out. Also, you're against a December deadline when the program is scheduled to end. There's no guarantee. Just like PPP, people thought that they was going to have more time. You don't. Time is not on your side. Time is of essence. Get this money. There's billion-dollar corporations that are applying for this money. They're going to get their millions of dollars. Guess what? Get your fair share of the pie and quit listening to people who know nothing about nothing. Get your increase done. Get your original application done. Just get it done.